news or bad news, I'm in like a tattoo. I ain't gon' fade away. Okay.
Hello, I'm Tara Draper, and welcome to Tara's Tea Time. I know there's so much going on in the world right now, but I want to focus on your enemies, our enemies. And that could be your sibling because they stole your chocolate bar, or a friend that has done you wrong that you're not as close to anymore, or someone that cut you off while driving, or the police that pulled you over for no reason, or the white woman or man that didn't let you in the store because of how you look. We have the tendency to hate those people, to be angered toward those people. But I'm here to encourage you to love your enemies. And I know that can be so hard. But let me just read Matthew chapter 6, verse 43 through 47. It says, "There's a saying, love your friends and hate your enemies. But I say, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. In that way, you will be acting as true sons of your Father in heaven. For he gives his sunlight to both evil and the good, and sends his rain on the just and the unjust. If you love only those who love you, what good is that? Even scoundrels do that much. If you are friendly only to your friends, how are you different from anyone else? Even heathens do that." Now I know, you might be like, I understand, or just, what? But what the scripture is saying is that even the bad people are friendly to those who are friendly to them. How are we being any better if we're putting violence on violence, crime on crime? I know that doesn't make what they're doing, what anyone else is doing, any better. It doesn't make the wrong person any better, but that doesn't make you any better. Two wrongs don't make a right. Loving your enemies may seem extremely hard, but once you do, loving them is so much more easier than hating them. It can become so much more easier. And it is the right thing to do. Even though it might not seem like it might not feel like it, but it is the right thing to do. You might be like, forget the right thing to do. No. Would you want, if you were in, I don't know, it might be any wrong situation. If you were the bad guy in that situation, would you not want the other person to forgive you? Not necessarily even just forgive, but to treat you as a human, to treat you nice, even though you were wrong. If there is a bully and that bully is bullying you, and you're so incredibly nice to them all the time, they're gonna have no other choice but to stop, because you're going to overwhelm them with God's presence, with God's love. Even if you don't know it's there, he is there. He sees you and he knows you're trying. Even through the difficulties, even when you feel like you're surrounded by a whole bunch of bad people and you just want to hate them. Pouring out your love all over them will give them no other choice but to surrender. God says, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you. How am I supposed to pray for somebody who persecutes me, who wants to harm me, who curses me? Jesus did it. He asked that the Lord forgive those who put them up there while he was dying on the cross.